Hello everyone! I am Alice of KHR Arts and Cloud Orchid Publishing, and today we are going to talk about why community is everything. Now, what exactly does this mean? It means specifically that as a writer or as an author, having fellow writers and authors in your corner is everything. So while yes, I hope everyone has some sort of community, whether it's family or friends or other people in your creative network, whatever have you, you have a group of people that are in your corner. That's important. But more specifically, you also, as a writer and an author, need to grow your own writing community. Now, whether that means that you actually have to go and create one yourself, or you go out and you find one to ingratiate yourself into, is a whole other thing. But it is so important that basically you become a part of a community that is made up of other writers, of established authors, of editors and publishers, and just all the people that are in that industry. It is so important to have those people in your corner. Now again, I know this is a part of the process that some people really don't like. And while yes, if all of us had the option of just being closet goblins and just shutting ourselves away and just writing fantastic stories, and then they just magically go out in the world and our books and they're great and yay, we totally would do that. But in today's world, unfortunately, you really can't do that and expect any sort of success. You have to create a community around yourself. Now, even if, let's just pretend, even if you are one of those people where you have no desire to make a living as an author, to worry too much about selling your books, even just for the sake of the actual writing process and creating the book and making it into an actual book, you still need that community. Now, you may be asking, why? Well, the important reason of why is because writing is hard. Being a writer is hard. Even for somebody like me, where writing feels like just turning on a faucet at full blast, and it's all I can do to just catch all the ideas and catch everything on the page. I still need community in order to help me to be a writer. And I utilize my community a little bit differently than maybe other people utilize their community, in that I need support. Because I am that person where if left to my own devices, I will be a closet goblin and I'll shut myself away and not interact with anybody and just write and just work on things and not interact with the world. And I need my community to pull me out of that and to remind me to be a person, to remind me to go eat a food, to drink a water, to take care of myself, to go do nice things for myself. Because if they don't help me, I likely am not going to do it myself. And that's why community is so important for me, is to help keep me on track so that I can still write all of these fantastic things. It's also important to have a community in that they can be real with you. Because it is a problem in the writing community that there are too many people that they've been surrounded by people who are not writers, that they have experienced this gifted child syndrome of, oh wow, your writing is so great and it's so great, and everybody just always tells you you're so great, and nobody ever tells you how to improve or how to grow, and so you go through life thinking that you're perfect and your writing is perfect, and then all of a sudden you get slapped in the face with your first rejection and you freak out. I've seen this happen so many times, y'all. It's a big problem. And the problem is because they haven't been around any other actual writers to be able to be like, you have a lot of plot holes in here, you should do something about that, or whatever. And it's so important to have that, to have other people check you and call you on your bull. And it's not fun. It doesn't feel good to have someone look at your story and be like, hey, there's all this stuff wrong with it. But it's necessary. And I'm very lucky in that I never experienced that, in that I was raised by my mom, who is also a writer. And she threw Strunk and White at me when I was a little kid. And she would take my little stories and she would take her red pen out and edit stuff. And don't worry, she gave me positive reinforcement and encouragement. Like when there was stuff in my stories, she, oh yeah, this is really great. She would tell me that, but she would also be like, this doesn't make any sense and blah, blah, blah. Like she actually took out her red pen and let me know when stuff didn't make any sense or where I could improve on stuff. And that is so important. And I am so grateful to her for that because while, again, yes, I am in this kind of separate category in that, yes, I am a very gifted writer, and I have always been a very gifted writer, even beyond the majority of people in my community. And I've been told that by my mom and by other teachers and by the professors at college and by other writers in my classes. And even now as an author, when I go to conventions and I talk to other authors, they are simply stunned by a lot of the things that I do and I create. And this is not a, oh, I'm so important, la la la, ego trip. This is just, I also need people to take things with a grain of salt when they specifically examine me and my works. Please put that in a completely separate category because it's in a completely separate category. I don't consider myself to be the average writer or the average author in that respect. Please don't be discouraged by anything that I'm doing or any of my processes because likely it's just way over here. So yeah. The important thing is that you want people who are going to be able to have your back and be able to analyze your writing and to help you grow. And that's what I had with my mom and with these teachers and with, at college, my professors and my fellow students. And now, as an author, I have this group of other authors, and I still have my professor, Tina Jens, is my main mentor. Having all these people in my corner, they are my community. They're the ones that keep me on track. They're the ones that call me on my bull, and they're the ones that help me to continue to keep going and to keep growing. Because if you're not continuing to grow as not just a writer, but also in any creative forum, you're not doing it right. Because nobody is perfect. Even Mozart and Michelangelo and all of the greats, none of them were perfect. If any of them could be resurrected and we could talk to them today, they would all tell you all of the things that they could improve upon, all of the things that they wish they could have created that were bigger and better than what they had already created. And that's every creative person ever, is that it's this eternal quest to grow and improve. Always make sure that you are tempering your works with that kind of constructive criticism, that you are always thinking to yourself, how can I make this better? How can I grow? How can I take my writing to the next level? Because all of that is so important. And even with me being in this other category, I'm constantly asking myself that too. And I'm also very lucky that I have my friend Taz, and I had a few other people in my corner as well who have worked as beta readers for me, and they've pointed out, hey, you know what? This doesn't make sense. Or hey, you know what? This could be better. Because you can always improve your writing, no matter what level of expertise that you're at. There's always somewhere to improve, and being able to not only accept that, but embrace that is so important with being a writer. Community is also important, not just for growing your own craft, but it's also so important for your success as an author. So again, if you are looking to work as a professional author and essentially make sales off of your books and make a living being an author, you need community. There's no way you're going to be able to succeed just being by yourself and not interacting with anybody else in the community or the industry. That's just not how it works. Even if you become one of those lucky people that gets published by one of those big whoop-de-doo publishing houses and you get a big whoop-de-doo literary agent and whatever, that's still interacting with the community. You're going to be introduced to other people in the community. They're going to have you go to conventions and interact with people. No man is an island. Still need to go out there and build a community. What that looks like is up to you. How it serves you is up to you, but you still need to go out there and you need to be a part of it. And some of the ways that that's really helped me with building my brand and working towards success has been having this awesome network of people that I can count on for some things as basic as knowing when the next convention is coming up, knowing about new conventions that I should really look into, and things like that, of learning about submission opportunities to this magazine or to this publisher or whatever, and even getting the foot in the door. That if you know somebody who works at a magazine or works at a publishing house can help you maybe circumvent the slush pile and cut through some red tape. That it's, do you have friends who believe in you and your writing and they're willing to edit your work or beta read your work, or at the very least give you some honest feedback. Also, in terms of in-person convention stuff. Even just something as simple as having other people there that you can talk to and interact with and watch your booth when you have to go to a panel or you have to go pee. Just basic stuff. Even the most basic, not even lofty, ooh, I'm an author and whatever. Even the most basic, just being a person stuff. It is so important to grow that community and to be a part of it. And that also, of course, means giving back. That means that you can't just take and take and take from everybody, that you also have to give, that you have to be there for other people, that you have to help other people with their works, that you have to help gas up other people too. If somebody is gassing up your book and being like, oh my God, their book is so great, they're a great author, blah, 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 you want to make sure that you're doing the same thing, that you're also helping gas up other people's books and talking about, you know what, I really love this book by so-and-so. You should so totally check them out and all that. Because that right there, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos about organic versus social media marketing, that is how you grow a grassroots organic movement of marketing your books and getting people to pay attention to them, is by gassing up other people and other people gassing up you. It's a give and take. And the only way that you can build that is through building a community of people that will do that for each other and support each other. And that's really the crux of it that a lot of people don't think about when they're first getting started on this journey. Being an author is so much more than just sitting and writing books. There is so much more to it. And one of those big pieces is putting yourself out into the world and actually interacting with other people and giving back to the community. So those are some really important things to consider in your journey as an author. And remember, no matter where you are in the process, it's never too late to seek that community out. So long as you are open, you are generous, and you are willing to put the work in, you'll do all right. All right, everyone. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. And if you're new, subscribe. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.